My name is Nelly and welcome to my channel. This is Naledi BDSM and today we're doing a story time. Like guys, we're doing a story time. Like I've only done one of this and I've realized a lot of South African YouTubers are doing this, and some of the people that are watching my videos and some of my friends have been asking me to do a story time on this. So sorry, I'm just going through my diary. I just want to double check something. Yeah. So guys, yeah, this is a sex edutainment channel where we talk about sex. We also talk about how to manage your money as a baddie or a baby doll or a sugar doll. And also I'm going to take you on how to be a sub if you want to be a submissive and you're interested in BDSM. And I'm also going to be talking about my BDSM experience and sharing story times. So if you're interested in any of that, please do not forget to subscribe. Also click the notification bell so you will notify every time I post a story time. You can be specific or you can just be notified anytime that I post. So it's up to you what you want to do. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to leave them down below. I'm having my water, so it's water what is in here. It's nothing specific. Yeah, but yeah, let me just start my story time. As you've already seen from the title, I'm so sorry guys for like just going through this whole thing. So as you've already seen like from the title is my small dick experience. So how do I deal with like a small dick and every other things? Because again, I'm a very freaky girl. I love me some wild sex, and I kind of like being stretched. Like for me to have an orgasm, I have to feel stretched. I just love that. It's just my turn on, guys. And yeah, it's me. It's what I like. So for a very long time, because I've been brainwashed like most people, that you need to be pure in order for you to get married. I had dick phobia. I developed dick phobia. I was like, I'm not having sex. I don't want to see dick, like all of that. So it resulted in me when I was eventually having sex to only have sex with people with small dicks. So there's this particular guy, he had like such a big ego. I don't know why does a small dick and a big ego always go together. It's because someone is compensating over something. So I met this guy. I was moving into my building and my friends were helping me move out. So she was constantly talking to one of my friends. Let's just call her a C. He was just constantly talking to her, giving all his attention to her because he was the building supervisor. He looked like he was like in his 30s, and I was like, okay, cool, he's not even my type, you know. He had like the body and like he was very good. So guys, that's not my type. If you know, I love me some chubby guys. Like I love me some chubby guys, and he had like those fine six-pack ripped kind of bodies. So I was like, he's not my type. So he's busy engaging with my friend. I'm fairly rude to men. Like I'll be very nice to females, but when it comes to men, I'll be fairly rude. Like they'll be like, hi, I'm like, how are you? And I'll just give one word answers. Or if I have questions, I will ask them open, like closed questions, so I can either get a yes or no, because I don't feel like paying mind to men unless it's my man. I'm just that type of person. So at that time I was single, so this guy just continued talking to my friend and he greets me and like, hi, how are you? And then I tell my friend that we can leave now, and he's like upset that I just told my friend that we can leave now. He's like, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm still talking to your friend. And in my head, for me, he just put me in my place, and I love a man when he puts me on my place. I'm like, hi, who are you? Type of situation. I'm like, who are you? But my brain's still saying, ah, man. Like, you know when you can feel a person's ego oozing? I'm like, his ego is just oozing too much. And then fast forward to like 4 days after I've moved in. I just came back from like uni, and my sockets were not working, so I couldn't charge my phone. And I'm like, really? Oh no, I actually charged my phone, but it was like around 9. The sockets were not working, and I'm like, oh fuck. And even the lights went out. I'm like, oh fuck, what should I do? And then I go to next door to just confirm that it wasn't like load shedding and stuff. And the lady next door, who she became like my really close friend, she tells me, no, go to the supervisors. He's on the 9th floor. Go to him and talk to him. And I go. And when I knock, it's this fucking guy who was talking to my friend when I was like when I was moving in. It's him. He opens up, and when he opens up, I can see like there's a girl sitting on a couch, and they were like watching a movie. And I tell him, "Oh, my lights are out, so I need help with that." He's like, "Okay, no problem." And bear in mind, I also had no fucking clue what a building supervisor is. I'm from the rural areas. We don't have no building supervisors. So I have no fucking clue what a building supervisor is and what they do. Like, I'm just being told, is this person responsible for this building? Go to him. So he comes, helps me out. And then with him helping me out, he had to take my number to call me, because he had to go to the main switch and then check if anything, and then call me instead of just coming all the way to my floor and like all of that admin. So he calls me, he's like, "Are the lights working?" I'm like, "Oh yes, they're working, thank you very much, good night." And then I go to sleep. And then the next day I come back, he's like downstairs, and he tries to have a conversation with me, and I totally, in my old fashioned way, blow him out. I move on with my life. And then where did I meet him again? I think I met him around the 17th, because it was around April and it was close to my birthday. So I meet him around close to the 17th, and he tries and talks to me. And I'm like, oh, he's closer, because he talked to me like in closer, and I'm like, oh fucking hell, he's closer. And I'm like, oh, I do not want to get involved with the closer man. I have bad experience with like closer man, and I'm like, I don't want to get involved with the closer man, and I just blew him up. And then I meet one of his friends, and then we just hit it off like straight out. His friend's name like starts with an Y, and we straight out like hit it out. So let's call him, what? I'm just gonna call him a screw because he was a screw. So we just get along like a house on fire. We are like friendship type of situation. That's how we get along, not like any romantic type of way. So I just keep seeing this guy, and he had like very nice perfume, but I was like, you're way too arrogant and you're closer. I'm not dealing with you. Time goes on, and I keep seeing this guy, and I had to go and do my fingerprint, because to get access to a building, they had like biometrics. So guys, I'm drinking my water. I want to be hydrated. And like I had to do my biometrics, and I just simply go to this guy and I give him like a copy of my ID. Like he does the necessary things, and he says, "Oh wow, your birthday is coming up." I'm like, "Yeah, my birthday is coming up." It's like, "How do you plan to celebrate your birthday?" He's very fucking talkative. He's like, "How do you plan to celebrate your birthday?" I'm like, I don't know, probably sleep. Like I never ever enjoy my birthday. Like I'm the saddest on my birthday. And he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm graduating. It's my graduation day, so you can come and chill with me and my friends when like for the after party and stuff." I'm like, "Okay, cool, no problem." So it was like, yeah, the 7th, probably 18th, and the next day he comes and talks to me, tries and talks to me. In my brain, I'm like, I'm not fucking giving this guy like any time whatsoever. He talks to me and he talks to me, and then I realize he's too talkative. Let me be talkative. And then I become my talkative self, and I just keep talking and rambling, hoping it will piss him off. It does not. He comes back the next day, and then we wind up having a conversation about sex. And I tell him I'm not that advanced, like when it comes to sex. I may express myself sexually. I'm very sexually liberated. English never love us. But I have no problem. I do whatever I want. Like I explore shit. I'm a freaky type of person. But I have I don't have that much experience. And he's like, "What do you mean you don't have that much experience?" I'm like, "I don't have that much experience with penetration, but anything else I've tried. I'm not a virgin anymore." And he's like, "Okay, cool. No, I'm not a virgin as well. Like, I fucked, I think he said like 36 women. Like, he has like a huge body count." In my head, I'm thinking he has a huge body count, so brothers must be good at this. So we move on. Comes my birthday. He goes to his graduation. I go to school. I come back. And then we chill. Oh, no, he called me, and I invited like the girl next door and some of her roommates. So we go up. They were drinking, and I was still trying to be posh and saying I don't drink at the time. And then one thing led to another. Like we start kissing, we start making out. And then he's like, no. When we were going, he's like, no, you can come to my place. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. I don't like my bed anyway. Like, I'm not comfortable in my bed anyway. I've only been here for like close to 3 weeks now. My bed is still not comfortable. So I then go to his place. Okay, so we then chill. He started like wanting to chill, not wanting to like kind of like get into it right away, because in my head I'm thinking we're gonna get into it right away. But I'm like, okay, I don't mind. Like, I can fucking fuck this guy, and because I have been on a fucking dry spell, so I'm like, I'm gonna fucking fuck him, and that's it. And then we get into bed. We start making out. We make out for like a whole hour and 30 minutes. There's no other foreplay involved. Like, we're making out like teenagers. And I'm like, you know what? Because it feels like I have to take lead in this. Let me just take lead. So I start touching him. I feel guy is hard. Okay, no problem. I start undressing and I start undressing him. Because I'm now taking lead. I start undressing and I start undressing him. The whole process, right? And then, for some weird reason, because I'm on top, right? I try to put it in. Like, it doesn't want to go in. I'm like it's not even reaching me type of situation. Like, you know when you expecting it to just touch and then you can push it down. It's not even, I can't, like, I can feel it holding it. I'm like, it's here. But then when I try to touch it, just, I'm like, okay, let me try again. I hold it, like, I play with it, and I play with it, and I play with it, and it comes back again. And then I try to, and it goes, I'm like, there's something wrong with me. Definitely something wrong with me. So I'm like, I'd never actually given a BJ at the time. So I'm like, okay, so then what will we do now? He then looks at me, he's like, don't worry, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm just too nervous, I'm afraid of you. I'm like, why are you afraid of me? Like, you have slept with 36 women, you shouldn't be afraid of me. Like, why are you intimidated by me? And he's like, no, I'm not intimidated by you. I'll never be intimidated by you. I'm not intimidated by anyone. And then he like rushes to the lights and then takes off his undie. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. He's shy. I don't like to see dick anyway. So let's get it moving. I'm like, okay, cool. We're about to do this. He puts it in. Because I hadn't done it in a while, I felt it. Like, okay, I'm feeling it. Shame, he has an A+ for strokes. An A+ for strokes. A+ for effort. But the dick is just saying, I'm not coming. Like, you know when you have like that itch inside, and it just feels like it's coming, but it's not coming. Like, it's coming, but it's not like, it becomes so frustrating. I don't know if I'm the only one, but it becomes so frustrating where I'm like, I can feel him, but he's just not getting where I want him to get. Like, as much as for me, like, my orgasm resolves like at the entrance, but with this guy, even with him having some effect in my entrance, but my coochie was like, I want you to go deeper. Like, the whole entire of our whole sexual relationship, we had to do it when I wasn't 10 on, in order for me to feel some sort of friction. Like, we had to do it when I was completely dry, in order for me to feel some. And worst part, nigga shits like nobody's business. He's sleeping with everybody on every single floor. He's sleeping with every girl he wants. He's sleeping with my friends. Like, if I bring a girl over, he's obviously gonna want to smash that girl. Like, his sole goal is want to smash. And I think he smashed one of my friends. I think he smashed one of my very good friends. And she still said nothing happened. But I still feel like something happened between the two of them. Because I know him and I know her. And I feel like she's saying nothing happened because she was super disappointed. And when I was about to break up with this guy, because it was a situationship, when I was about to break up with him and I found out that he had been sleeping with 13 different girls, and asking all of them, was my dick big enough? And women, I know how we are, we always lie and say, yes, it was. I'm still so. And so what? And there was even a time where I was super drunk and I had like a Justin Bieber song stuck in my head. And I sang the song, You're the One. And he thought I meant it to him. Like, he was fucking going around with the thing this big and kept telling everybody he's the best fucker in the world. the best fucker in the world. He was so delusional. Like, I wanted to bring him down so much. I just said, you know what? Let him live in like in that space where he's just super delusional, and I'm just gonna leave him there until a girl with guts just tells him like, no, bro, you're not ish. Like, you're not it. And I feel like every single girl that he like really fucked and they liked him as a person was kind of like, nah, bruv. But because we like you and want, because he was such a sweet guy. Like, outside of everything, he was so sweet. He would take care of you. Like, he would do everything. He was like an 8 out of 10, except for his small dick and his ego. Like, he was like an 8 out of 10, and his small dick and his ego just killed everything. But yeah, guys, that was the story time of my small dick experience. If you have any, please do leave a comment down below, and thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and leave me a like.